to challenge and hit on the track. And if they're successful in doing so, they actually get it back once. No more than 2 visual reviews per period. Skate that skate shot.
tap on that mic just so I can see if I can hear it. Begins up. Yeah. I'm gonna just turn it off.
For votes for Vietnam, answered by 4 points for Diablo. Congratulations! That was a good round. All right, that was a good one. Thank you to everybody who participated. The winner will get fabulous prizes. And everybody else, we got about half an hour before our next game. So check out the big sale and the merchandise sale. 48, War. Number 2, Janet. Number 27, Peter. Number 404, Snack Overflow. Number 505, Carmen. Number 631, Pat Stillers. Number 710, Ghost Escape. Number 8008, Fox Wheels. Number 98, V-Volley Bruiser. Then jamming for the Bananas will have number 1706, Maven. Number 64, Vinny. And number 626, Lilo Stitches. Captain of the Bananas. Number 357, Korea Parade. Number 47, Nikita Chiquita. Number 768, Super Sonic. Number 777, Cyril. Number 80, Breezy. Number 867, Serial Killer. And number 8000, California. Janet, number 30, Manta. Number 75, Dave. And number 88, Cosmo. Captain of the Orange Crushers is number 1, Diamond. Baby Skelly and Scary Bird.
Mic check, 1, 2. They're like, that's our
You could probably start that.
Mic check. Are we good?
There we go.
We
That
good?
works. Now I can hear you.
Just let me know whenever I'm. Oh, hi, Derbyland. This is Blanche Devereux coming live from you from here at Denver Roller Derby at the Roller Dome. We have our doubleheader for March. We've got the Bad Apples versus the Orange Crushers. I'm going to go ahead and read off the rosters real quick so that way we can go ahead and get started with the action. For the Bad Apples, we have Danger, number 12, Southern Discomfort, number 16, Royal Tenenbaum, number 111, War, 1848, Terran, number 2, Veter, number 27, Smack Overflow, number 404, Kraken, 505, Mad Kills, 631, Ghost Skate, 710, Thought Wheels, 8008, Wee Bonnie Bruiser, number 90, Coyote, 949. The jammers tonight for the Bad Apples are Maven, 1706, Vinny, number 64, Lilo and Stitches, 626. The Bad Apples are coached by Crunchy and Dom. Lining up for the first jam, we've got Cosmo versus Maven. So we've got the whistle, and it looks like Maven is out front. Maven's got lead jammer. Cosmo is still there in the back working through that wall. She's got some offense from her Orange Crusher teammates, and Maven's coming back around for her first scoring pass. She's got 4 points. Cosmo's looking for that hole, but it is so hard to find right now. Still pushing, and Maven's coming around for her second passing. 4 more points for Maven and the Bad Apples. Cosmo's still fighting. This wall that the Bad Apples have put up is tough. And there's been a star pass from Cosmo to, looks like Daimon? Yeah, Daimon. She's got the star. Maven got another pass. And she's trying to get 4 more points to round it off for 12 or 16 points. Maven calls the jam because she was the lead jammer. And we're going to move on to our second jam. Just to kind of read off the Orange Crushers real quick in the roster, we have Daimon, number 1, who received the star just a second ago. Blazin, number 26. Crazy Joe, 2626. Brawny Darko, 2806. Bria Afraid, 357. Nikita Chiquita, 47. Supersonic, 768. Miserable, 777. Breezy, number 80. Serial Killer, 867. California, 8000. And the jammers for the Orange Crushers tonight are Manta, number 30. Gay, number 75. And Cosmo, number 88. As you can see here, Gay got lead jammer for the Orange Crushers. And Vinny has fought her way through the pack and is going back for their first scoring round. Gay back in the pack to get some points, fighting hard to get those. Jam was called off by Gay before any points could be scored. We'd like to thank Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling tonight for providing the streaming and audio services. Check out their YouTube page and keep track of everything here. They do wrestling every Thursday, and they are going to be helping us out this season with our audio and video. We're on our third jam with a quick lead jammer. We've got Lilo in Stitches. Looks like Sonic is trying to get her way through this pack, but this wall that the Bad Apples have set up is just incredibly tough. Incredibly tough. Stitches is coming through for another pass, or her first pass to get some points. And Sonic has made it out of the pack. Sonic is coming around for her up. Jam was called off by Stitches before Sonic could get any points. All right, we are lining up for the next jam. Looks like we have Maven for the Bad Apples versus Manta, the Orange Crusher. Here we go, both jammers are in the pack, trying to fight their way through. Maven gets the lead jammer for the Bad Apples. Manta is looking for a star pass, and it looks like there was a star pass to Breezy. The star pass is made. The pivot receives the star, and they get to become the jammer. They get to score points, but they are not the lead jammer. Maven calls off the jam, and we'll move on to the next one. Looks like on the line this go around we have Cosmo for Orange, and then we've got Vinny for the Bad Apples. So it looks like Cosmo is at the front of the pack, trying to push through that wall that the Bad Apples have put up, and it looks like Vinny is going to get lead jammer. Cosmo's looking toward that inside line, and she gets it. She's back around for her first point, or her next scoring point. Vinny reaches the pack again, trying to get those points before she has to call it up. Vinny called it off after scoring 3 points.
And we're 22-2. All of you who appreciate power rounds, there's one.
The jam that we've got coming on now is going to be between Gay and Lilo and Stitches. We want to take a quick second just to thank all the volunteers that help make all of our events possible, particularly the skating and non-skating officials and EMTs who enforce the rules, track the points, and keep our skaters as safe as possible. Thanks for all the help, you guys. We really appreciate it. The events wouldn't go off like they did without you. We appreciate y'all. Back to the action. It looks like we've got Gay out front in the pack. And we've got Stitches with the cover in hand, it looks like for the star stash. Gay is out with lead. And Stitches put the star back on instead of doing a pass or a stash. Gay calls the bat of the jam and receives 1 point. The Apples get 0. So we've got the jam going on here. We've got Maven out front pushing through California for the last. Ooh, Maven goes to the box for illegal contact. So now we have a power jam for the Orange Crushers. And Sonic, it looks like, is going to be our jammer for the Crushers. Sonic is trying to get through this pack, which we know that the Apples have put up quite a wall for the night and are just killing it, just absolutely holding back those Crushers. But they are fighting to get through. Sonic is looking for that hole. And she's out. She's got lead jammer and still on a power jam for a couple more seconds. Maven is out of the box, coming in hot right behind Sonic to pick up her first initial points, I believe. Maven's going back to the box for a track cut, which will leave Sonic in a power jam. Another pass called off the jam, freezing Maven in the box. Lining up for the next jam, it looks like we have Manta on the line for the Orange Crushers, and Maven was frozen in that penalty box for a track cut. All right, so we got the first whistle. Looks like the Apples are trying to set up front, give Manta a run for her money. Manta gets out and gets lead jammer. Got these two packs here, all separated, ready to go. Looks like Manta slams into the back of that wall. Still working to try and get through. Maven is coming out of the box again to join the action. Plows through that wall in the back of Orange Crushers and is absolutely just hoofing it around before it gets called off. Orange Crushers picked up 4, Maven picked up 0. Just to give a little shout out to our major turbulence players who are in Salt Lake right now competing in a tournament. Found out that they didn't win their first game but won their second one, and they've got 2 tomorrow against Philly and Wasatch. So good luck, Major Turbulence. We're rooting for you from the Mile High. Oh, Cosmo through with a very clean lead jam. The Crushers are keeping back. Looks like Vinny? Yeah, they're keeping back Vinny. Vinny is out of the pack and getting ready to come around on her first scoring pass. Cosmo gets her first points and calls it off. So 4 for the Crushers, 0 for the Bad Apples. We are lining up and getting ready for the next jam. Looks like we have Gay on the jammer line for the Crushers, and then Lilo and Stitches for the Bad Apples. Gay is out first with lead jammer and on the way back around for a scoring pass. Stitches is still working through that Orange Crusher wall. Ooh, got knocked out and recycled back to the back wall. Gay comes through for first scoring pass. Stitches is right behind, coming out to try and get a few points before Gay decides to call it off. it looks like both jammers ended up with 0 points that last go around. We're going to go ahead and line up for that next jam. So on the jammer line, we have Maven for the Bad Apples and Sonic for the Orange Crushers. All right, so it looks like Sonic's going to take out front, but Maven is going to end up with the lead jam. Woo! We are getting some hard hits right here in turn 1 and 2. Maven is coming back around for her first scoring pass. Got 4 points for a quit. So it looks like we have the Bad Apples at 26 and the Orange Crushers at 23 with about 17 minutes left in this first half. All right, so it looks like there is going to be an official timeout. Doesn't look like they're discussing any plays or anything that would need a review for. We're just going to take some time and talk amongst each other for a second and see what's going on. So are you in the Denver area and have you ever wanted to try your hand at roller derby? Denver Roller Derby can teach you. We've taught some of Colorado's best skaters. We teach you everything you need to know from stopping, falling, hitting, and just derby itself. Our flight school program is 8 weeks long, and we have the next round starting April 4th. If you would like to become a part of Denver Roller Derby and start there in flight school, email us at join@denverrollerderby.org to get started. No skating experience necessary. Just come and join the community today. Now, back to the action. It looks like we've got Sonic as the leader or the jammer for the Crushers, and we've got Vinny for the Bad Apples. It looks like Sonic got sent to the box. I did not catch the call, but it does look like she is standing now, so it's within 10 seconds of being released back in. Vinny's still trying to fight through the pack, just slinging orange jerseys out of the way, trying to fight through. And Sonic is back on the track and got through, is not the lead jammer, but was able to get through that pack. Vinny was the lead jammer and decided to call it off, so we have a score of 26-23 still.
There is a 3-point game.
All right, so lining up. Looks like we've got about 16 minutes left in this first half. There's the whistle. We've got Lilo and Stitches for the Bad Apples, and then Manta donning the star for the Orange Crushers. All right, so it looks like Lilo and Stitches is going to be your lead jammer for the Bad Apples. Oh, great defense by Coyote. Manta's fighting through, and Lilo is done on her first scoring pass. Manta gets out. Guts out. It's not lead jammer, but coming through on their first pass. Lilo is looking at the bench for the call-off and decides to call off the jam. The score is going to be 34 Bad Apples, 23 Orange Crushers.
34-23 now, halfway through our first period.
We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to the Derby action tonight here at the Roller Dome. We really like to give a special shout out and thank you to Rocky Mountain Pro for really coming through this week to get our streaming and our audio together. I know I've already said thank you, but we're going to thank them again because this is just great and we really appreciate it. So we're back at it, and it looks like we have Maven and California on the lines, and Maven is not lead jammer. So we still have a chance for Killy to become lead, and she does get lead jam. And it was called off really quickly to get Killy from scoring any points, or Maven from scoring any points. Excuse me, I got that backwards. All right, lining up on the Skate Rats jam line, it looks like we've got Vinny for the Bad Apples versus Cosmo. Cosmo's fighting through the front of the pack, trying to get through that Bad Apples wall that we know is just tough tonight. Oh, and it looks like Vinny is going to be lead jammer squeaking by on that inside line. Cosmo's out of the pack as well, and they are both headed towards the pack to get their first round of scoring. Vinny gets in the pack and decides to call it off, and we're going to move into the next jam. The score right now is sitting at 37-23 Bad Apples. And we are getting ready to start jam number 16. Pat closes in on the jammer line, and it looks like Gay's going to take the front. Ooh, get recycled back because they went out of bounds. All right, and it looks like Stitches got the apex jump over Gay, and we've got a jammer foot race. These are the best in Derby. One of the best things to watch is the foot race, and Stitches decides to call it off before there's a chance to score any points. So it looks like the score is still sitting at 37-23. All right, so lining up on the Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling Jam line, we've got Maven in black for the Bad Apples and Manta in orange for the Crushers. At first whistle, Maven makes light of that pack and gets lead jam right out of the gate on that inside line. Manta's getting help from her teammates and getting that offense, but getting drawn back to try again. Maven plows her way through that Crusher's wall, but is stopped short of getting through, and then makes it the very last minute. Manta still is trying to get through the pack for the initial pass, and she does get out and is on her way to score some points. Maven is absolutely hoofing it to get around the track to score those 4 points before she has to call it off, which she does at the very last second. So it looks like the score is going to be 49-23 Bad Apples, and we're lining up for the next jam. All right. On the Skate Rats Jam line, we have California for the Orange Crushers and Vinny for the Bad Apples. Kelly's got the front, she's got one person to beat, and it looks like she gets lead jammer. Vinny's fighting as hard as she can, but those Crushers are not making it easy for her with this wall. Kelly coming through on her first scoring pass to get those 4 points. And Vinny is still trying to get through. Bria is not allowing that to happen. Oof. All right, Vinny almost had it but got knocked out, and Killy has been recycled back to the back of the pack. Both are fighting through the pack, trying to get by. We are still fighting. There has been a star pass by the Bad Apples from Vinny to Kraken. Killy comes up on the back of the pack trying to get some more points, and she calls it off. And the final score for that jam is going to be 49-30. If you guys are in the local area, Skate Rat Skate Shop is located in downtown Loveland. It's very exciting to see the return of roller derby in Colorado. A proud longtime sponsor of Denver Roller Derby, Skate Rats is a one-stop shop for all things skate. Check out their wide variety of products, from custom skates to safety gear or skateboards and clothing. 10 years of experience the Skate Rats staff has, and are very friendly and knowledgeable to help you find what you're looking for. Make sure to check out skaterats.com, SK8RATZ.com, for a great selection of product and speedy shipping services. Visit the retail store there in Loveland for a smooth and even more enjoyable shopping experience. Now, back to the action. It looks like Cosmo has the star there in hand and is trying to get through, but not with Coyote there on the line. She is not going to let that happen. Looks like Stitches is your lead gemmer, and coming through for another scoring pass. Oof. Track cut on number 1 Diamond, and she's going to go to the box for 30 seconds. Looks like Cosmo still has that star in hand. Coyote is not making it easy for her to get through this pack, which we all know if you skated against Coyote, it's not an easy thing to get past her one-on-one defense. Cosmo has made it out, and then there was a call-off, so the jam will end, and the score is going to be 60-30 Bad Apples. So we've got about 7 minutes left in this first half. It's been a really good game so far. Bad Apples and the Orange Crushers are definitely out there giving it their all. And we're definitely seeing a lot of good walls tonight for sure. Like, I am just, wow. So the whistle starts, and then Maven shoots off the jammer line like we all know she does, and takes that inside line for lead jam. Blazin has the star for the Crushers. The first time we're seeing her running that through the track, trying to get through on her initial pass, while Maven comes through on her first scoring pass. Oh, and Blazin gets called for a track cut, and she is on her way to the box for 30 seconds, giving the Bad Apples a power jam. Maven tells the track or the pack to speed up so she can get through and get those points and hopefully freeze the other jammer in the box. Nope, Maven's gonna keep going and get more points. Coming back around for another scoring pass, and we've got Blazin standing in the jam box, or in the penalty box, ready to come back to the track and get some points on the board. Maven's made it through again. Blazin is back on the track. Ooh, some jammer on jammer action. To try and get Maven off of her groove. Blazin's fighting that wall, trying to get through. Maven through again with another easy 4 points. Right now we're looking at 80 for the Bad Apples, 30 for the Crushers. And Maven has put up a whopping 20 points for this jam. Blazin is out and skating her way around to the back of the pack to get some points, put some on the board. Maven has decided to not let that happen and called it off. And the final score for that jam is going to be 81 to 30, with Maven putting 21 on the board in that jam alone. We want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate the patience with our streaming, as this is something that we are working on with Rocky Mountain Pro. We appreciate it, you guys sticking around and really kind of checking in with us and watching us on YouTube. So we're looking at the action here. The pack is really tight. Like, I can't, oh, it looks like we've got Gay, who got out as lead jammer. We've got Vinny finally out of the pack and coming around for a scoring pass, and Gay's coming up on the back of the pack right now. Oof. Clean sweep from the outside line to the end, clearing that lane for Gay, giving them the chance to get through, call it off, and get points. The Orange Crushers put 4 up on the board that time, 81 to 34. And we've got a timeout. We got a Bad Apples timeout, so we're going to give them a couple seconds to figure out their strategy. So while we've got a couple seconds here, we're going to go ahead and talk about our Denver skate shop and Denver's leading skate shop. Proud sponsors of DRD. They've been providing roller skates, inline skates, and skateboards, and all the accessories. They're located in Arvada. It's a new location, so stop by and check out the new stores. So we are still looking at our timeout here. We have 3 minutes before the halftime. And that whistle is the end of the timeout. And we'll get this next jam underway. Looks like on the line we have Cosmo and Coyote. Coyote is the star for the Bad Apples, and it looks like Cosmo has the front of the pack and is pushing her way through. No pass, no penalty. Cosmo did get out, but did not get lead jam. That gives Coyote a chance to get lead jammer. Oh, was there a star pass? No, I missed it. Okay. Cosmo is through on her first scoring pass. And then we still have Coyote here in the back. It was a star pass to Stitches. And then Cosmo's coming back around for another scoring pass. Get a couple more points. That Orange Crusher wall up front is just absolutely holding Stitches back, not allowing her to get through. Cosmo is absolutely working her way through it. We are seeing some really good defense tonight from both teams, making it difficult for the jammers to get through tonight. Cosmo's still trying to get through. And it looks like Stitches. Oh, Stitches is going to the box, so that would give a power jam to Cosmo and the Orange Crushers. This jam is going to run for the last 7 seconds because there is no lead jammer, which will freeze Stitches in the box and start off the Orange Crushers with a power jam. Looks like Dom is going to be calling an official review. More than likely, it will be the track cut on Stitches that will be called into question.
And this is your
All right, calling all Denver medics. Are you CPR and first aid certified? Do you want to watch all of the Derby games for free? If so, we'd love to have you join our volunteer EMT crew. Just email boutproduction@denverrollerderby.org and we will get you trackside at one of our upcoming games. The officials are still trying to review and see if Stitches did make that track cut. And as soon as we have an answer, we'll be back with it. We've been mentioning all of our wonderful sponsors during this feed tonight, but would you like to become a sponsor of the Roller Dome and Denver Roller Derby? If you do, just email hello@therollerdome.org and we will get you set up with our wonderful sponsor team and get you sponsoring Denver Roller Derby going forward. You can see the referees there in the middle really discussing what is being reviewed, which more than likely is that cut on Stitches, who is still in the box. Everybody at home is watching from the comfort of your couch, but we do like to give a shout out for Great Divide Brewing Company. They're a brewery of great character, making remarkable beer while being active in the community, partly by supporting us here at the Roller Dome and other events around the community here in Denver. So thank you, Great Divide Brewing Company, for being a sponsor of Denver Roller Derby. Looks like we might be coming to the end of the official review. We have the referee and officials pack has kind of broken up, and Rocket, who is the lead referee, talks to Dom. And it looks like whatever was reviewed will stand. It looks like Stitches is going to stay in the box. And it is a power jam for Gay and the Orange Crushers. Getting some offense from Breezy. And that, almost. Working really hard to clear that line for Gay. And they get through. They are lead jammer. And Stitches is coming back around to the back of the pack to get into the action. Whoop. And it looks like she tried to do an apex jump, but it just quite didn't happen. Gay is up front fighting this two-man wall, getting through, trying to get that first scoring pass done. Both jammers are really having to work for this. Really having to work. There was a cut called on Diamond, and the jam is called by Gay. The current score, and it looks like we're going to have one more jam before the halftime. Score currently is 82 Bad Apples, 46 Orange Crushers. everybody is lining up for one more jam, and it looks like we're going to have Manta on the line for the Orange Crushers and Southern Discomfort for the Bad Apples. All right, there is the whistle, letting everybody know the jam is getting ready to start in 5 seconds. And here we go for the last jam of this half. It's a tight pack. We've got Soko in the back, fighting through that Crusher's wall, and then you've got Manta up front working through, trying to fight her way through that pack. Soko is taking the up front and ended up with lead jammer. Lead jammer for Soko. Manta's going to the box for a track cut, making it a power jam for Soko. First time on the jammer line tonight on a power jam. Getting some offense from her teammates, making sure that she did not track cut in front of Daimon, who came in from the box there at the last second. Still no points put on the board for either team quite yet. This pack is ridiculously tight. Soko cannot find a line, but finally found the outside line and picked up her 4 points. Manta's coming back into the play behind Kraken. The period clock has run out, but we still have about 30 seconds left on the jam clock. There's been a star pass from Manta to Killy. And Soko makes it through for another scoring pass and decides to call off the jam. The final score for this first half is 90 Bad Apples, 46 Orange Crushers. We're going to have about a 15-minute intermission here, but we'll be right back with all of the Derby action. Alright guys, welcome back to the Roller Dome. We're going to go ahead and get started on this second half of our March doubleheader between the Bad Apples and the Orange Crushers. We've got about a minute and a half left in this intermission, but I wanted to do a quick shout out to all of our sponsors here at Denver Roller Derby. We've got Skate Rats, Great Divide Brewing Company. I want to say thanks to Denver Skate Shop, Trash Hawk, Kinetic Sports Medicine and Rehab, who's always here at our bouts to help us all get all the stretches and all the assistance with all of our hurts and ouches. We've got S1 Helmet Company, Law's Whiskey House, Argonaut, Moving Pros, which is a new sponsor for us here, and then Fuseli and Lee, the injury lawyers here in Denver. About 50 seconds left. We're going to go ahead and move back into the second half and see if these Orange Crushers can come back and take the lead away from the Bad Apples.
All right, let's do some roller derby.
All right. Like Brad said here in the Roller Dome, let's do some derby. Crushers have already sent out their skaters, and it looks like they've got Gay lining up on the jammer line. All right, there's the whistle signaling the lineup. And this is going to start as a power jam for the Crushers as Soko is still frozen in the box from that last jam on the first half. Gay's going through, made a quick pass of that Bad Apples wall, and it's coming through on the scoring pass. Maven goes to the box, so it leaves it with a 2 wall for Gay to take care of, and beats it on the outside for another 4 easy points. Soko is standing in the box along with Thought Wheels, and they are both released back to the track. Soko to get through on her initial pass, and Gay's coming through for another pass. Looks like a third pass. Orange Crushers are coming out of halftime with just a ferocity. Gay has absolutely put on a show. Ooh! Takes a hard hit to the inside, calls it off, ends up with 12 points for the Crushers and 0 for the Apples. If the Crushers keep up with jams like that, they do have a chance at coming back and taking this away from the Apples. Looks like on the Skate Rats jammer line we have Sonic and Vinny. This pack is looking kind of tight. Sonic actually ends up with lead, and we've got a foot race. Vinny hot on the tails of Sonic, right, just breathing on the back of her neck, and this pack is absolutely racing. Sonic called it off, no points. That pack was going way too fast, and we decided to call it off and rather not race it. All right, on the Rocky Mountain Pro Jammer line, looks like we've got Stitches lining up, and looks like Blazin is coming around to start, way in the back, coming in hot and fast. Oof, taken out, recycle back. Stitches getting through the front. Lead jammer. No lead jammer. No pass, no penalty. So it looks like we may be having a full 2-minute jam. Nope, I am wrong. Blazin ended up being the lead jammer. Blazin called called off the jam with 8 points for the Apples and then 4 for the Crushers. We've got a few people in the box over there. We've got Killy and Diamond for the Crushers. And then we've got, looks like Bonnie sitting for the Apples. All right, lining up on the jam line, all close and looks like they're about to trip each other. We've got Maven and Gay. Gay is making it hard for Maven to get through. And it looks like Gay got lead jammer. Even though Maven is up front, Gay got lead. And the pack is racing. They do not want Maven to get points. Gay calls it off before Maven is allowed to get any points. 0-0 jam on that one. Score still the same at 98-65 Apples. All right, so lining up for the next jam, we have Vinny versus Manta. Vinny gets through the pack pretty quick and easy to pick up that lead jammer, while Manta is getting through, trying to get that outside line, got around Coyote, and is on her way to get her first few points. Vinny's back up around the front, chest to chest with almost everybody on the track, minus her own team. Gets through for another 4 points. Manta's picked up a few, working her way around that last defender. Veeder, who ended up going to the box for a penalty. Vinny's working through again for another scoring pass. Chest to chest with Breezy, who's given her run for her money. Recycle back, and Manta comes through for another 4 points. Ooh, Breezy's going to the box for a penalty. I didn't see that one, unfortunately. But Vinny still chest to chest with all the Crushers, it seems like. We got a split pack. Manta's in the back with the Apples, and Vinny made it through for another scoring pass. There was a star pass from Manta to Miz. Miserable's got the star, and it got called off before they had a chance to even put the star on. 12-point jam for the Bad Apples, 9 for the Orange Crushers, making it 110-74. Bad Apples in the lead. All right, looks like we have Sonic and Stitches lined up on the jammer line. Pack is really tight, but it looks like it's starting to thin out a little bit. Sonic ends up in the front. No pack. Pack in the back. One defender left to beat, which is Bonnie. Giving her a hard time. Sonic gets through for lead jammer. Stitches is still fighting in the back there, but star in hand, star stashing, trying to work her way through. Sneaky. Ooh, star pass from Stitches to Bonnie with a nice spin move on the inside line to come back around. And it was called before Bonnie even had a chance to get to the back of the pack. 0-0 jam with 110-70. Oh, 0-1 point jam. 1 for the Orange Crushers, making it 110-75. Lining up on the Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling Jam line, we have Cosmo and Maven. Maven gets through pretty quickly with the lead jammer. And Cosmo is working her way through that pack, almost, and got through on her initial pass. Maven comes up on the pack really quickly. Nobody, I think, was anticipating it. And she closed the jam before Cosmo had a chance to pick up any points. 4 for Maven, 0 for Cosmo on this jam, making it 114 to 75. We've got about 21 minutes left in this period. And lining up on that skate ratch jammer line, we have Vinny and Gay. There's the whistle, and both of our jammers are trying to work their way through. Vinny leading the front of the pack, trying to get through the 2-wall of Daimon. Chest to chest again. Vinny spends a lot of time face to face with jammers. Oh, and Vinny ends up with a track cut going to the box and a power jam for Gay, who gets out and gets lead jammer. No pack. Gay's getting through. Oof. Looking for that inside line opening that her teammates are so trying to get together. Bria comes in and sweeps across for Gay, trying to make a hole. Gay gets that inside line, picks up another 4 points. Vinny is coming back into play after sitting in the box for 30 seconds on a penalty. And so is Coyote, it looks like, is coming in from the penalty box as well. Coyote head to the front to put some defense down on Gay, while Vinny ended up in the back with the orange crusher wall. The defense is, wow, Gay got a inside right on one skate through the pack for another 4 points, making it 8 for the crushers. And there's a star pass from Vinny to Coyote. Another squeak through on the inside line by Gay and a call off. 8 points on that jam, making it 83 for the Crushers, 114 for the Bad Apples.
And the Crushers, they still got some closing the gap now to 28 points. With 19 minutes to play.
All right, we're going to have a team timeout here by the Orange Crushers, and while we are in that timeout, we want to give a special shout out to our video crew tonight. We've got Chris on the camera, Hazard running the sound, and then we've got Bryce here supervising. So we want to give a big shout out to all these guys. Thank you for coming out and helping us make this stream amazing. We are looking forward to working with you guys in the future and bringing Derby to the rest of the world in amazing quality. Orange Crushers are over here all huddled up. We are hoping that they are working on some strategy to bring themselves back, because they do not have very much to go before they tie up this game, and they have already come such a long way from where they were at halftime.
Thank you to Skate Class for sponsoring our channel line, and thanks to the folks who are here tonight, the TiVo Coffee and Denver Skate Shop.
I want to thank all of our volunteers. It's not, these events do not go without having a whole crew of people on the backside running the tickets, the merch, the officials, the announcers, everything. So we want to thank everybody for being here to make this event tonight. And of course, back to the action, we have Bonnie for the Bad Apples and Blazin for the Crushers. And Blazin gets out with lead, but Bonnie is hot on her heels. Oh, Bonnie goes to the box for a track cut. So it is a power jam for Blazin. Ooh, through on her first point, gets 4 and calls it off, freezing Bonnie in the box. The Crushers are within 10 of breaking the 100 point, and only within 24 points, which is not very many jams if you know Derby. So lining up on that Skate Rats jam line, we have Cosmo for the Orange Crushers, and it's a power jam because Bonnie is in the box. Ooh. Hard hit to Cosmo's chest, but she is up and going again because If you know Cosmo, she is a bouncy ball. She hits the floor and she comes right back up. She gets lead jam and on her way back around for a scoring point or scoring pass. Bonnie is on her feet, which means she's only got a couple seconds left. Oh, she was already on her feet and she is on her way back to the back of the pack to get through on her initial pass. Bonnie's through, coming back around to hopefully get some points on the board. Cosmo wanting to grab a couple more before she has to call it off. Cosmo called it, ended up with 3 points, and Bonnie got none. That brings the Crushers to 97 and held the Apples at 114.
Maxes and Jam for the Crushers and Vinny for the Apples.
All right, so it looks like we have Manta for the Crushers on the line, Vinny for the Apples, trying to get some jammer on jammer action here before they hit the pack. And it looks like it's a super tight pack. Hard to say exactly who has the front of the pack. Vinny is working that inside line, but Bria is saying absolutely not. And Manta uses the outside line to get lead jammer. Vinny is through. Manta's back through the pack, calls it off. Ended up getting 1 point, making it a 16-point difference in the game. 114 Bad Apples, 98 Orange Crushers.
Crushers have been able to hold the Apples scoreless for 5 jams now.
Got about 16 minutes left on the period clock. Oh, Maven quick on the lead jammer front there. Gay is in the back with a star stash. Maven's coming through again, plows through that Orange Crusher wall with no problems, and coming around again for another scoring pass. Gay is stuck in the pack. We know that Bad Apple's wall has been something to contend with all night, and Maven makes light of another pass, making it 8 points now. Oh, Gay is going to the box with a track cut, and now we gave Maven a power jam. If anybody knows about Maven, putting her in a power jam is probably one of the most, when it comes to points, let's just say this is not a situation you want to be in with Maven on a power jam. Looking to that inside line, looking to the inside, outside, got through on that inside, it looks like, and calls it off as she goes around on turn 3. Freezing Gay in the box for a power jam start for the Bad Apples. And it's now 130 points to 98. With that being a 16-point jam for Maven, which was awesome. Only 4 points shy of her first jam, that was 20. All right, we've got Stitches on the Rocket Mountain Pro Jammer line, lining up to take advantage of this power jam. She's holding on to the inside line. Looks for that hole to the inside. Being held, Gay is coming back into the action, hits that Bad Apples wall in the back. And up front, you've got Stitches, who ended up with lead jammer, but oh, Gay comes from behind and ends up with some jammer on jammer action, putting Stitches to the outside line and out of bounds. Stitches decides to call it off before Gay could get any points, and that kept the score 0-0 as we move into the next jam. All right, we are lining up here, and it looks like we've got Cosmo back on the line along with Vinny for the Bad Apples. tight pack, but both jammers are trying to work their way through, with Vinny having the front of the pack. Ooh, track cut on Vinny. Track cut. So she's going to the box for 30 seconds, giving Cosmo the power jam and allowing Cosmo to have a chance to get lead jam. Cosmo is out and ends up with lead jam for this jam. And she's still on a power jam because Vinny's still sitting in the box. The Crushers are trying to make a sweep for Cosmo so she can get through and pick up some points. She was taken to the outside line and recycled back. Vinny's back out and on the front with the orange crusher. Whoa! Got through. Is not lead jammer, but is through on the initial. Cosmo ended up calling it off with 4 points, 0 for the Bad Apples. The Crushers have broke 100. It's now 102 to 130. Bad Apples in the lead.
Teams are now called by the Apples. First team out. Starts the clock at 11 minutes and 50 seconds.
We want to give a shout out and a special thanks to Denver Skate Shop. Is Denver's leading skate shop, proudly sponsors Denver Roller Derby. They've been providing roller skates and inline skates, skateboards, and all the accessories. And their new location is in Arvada. So stop by and check out the new store and tell them that Denver Roller Derby sent you.
Plenty of time for anything to happen.
A timeout was called. I'm not sure who. Oh, the Bad Apples called a timeout, and we have a couple seconds left on that, and only about 11 or 12 minutes left to play in the game. The Crushers still have a good chance of coming back because it's only 28 points to tie it up, and we know that lead change can happen very quickly in Derby, so let's see that action. And it looks like we have Blazin'. We have Blazin' on the line along with Maven for this jam, and it's got Maven going inside, outside, looking for that hole. And it looks like Blazin' was trying to play a little bit of defense there too, but Maven got out for lead jammer and is coming around for her scoring pass. Blazin' gets through and is coming around for a scoring pass. Maven has already hit the pack and made a quick 4 points and calls it off before Blazin' has a chance to hit the back of the pack. All right, so on the Skate Rats jammer line, we've got Manta and Stitches. Both jammers are looking to get through. Stitches tried on the inside line. It ended up with a track cut. Going back to the box for 30 seconds, making it a power jam for Manta. Manta getting some offensive help from her team, trying to get through this wall so she can get some points and get that power. Oh, ended up with lead jammer, which is exactly what she would want in this situation. She's coming back around for her scoring pass, and the Orange Crushers are on their way to make their move as far as their plays. And it looks like Manta made it through for another 4 points. Lilo and Stitches is back into play and running chest to chest with two defenders up front and got through on their initial pass, so she is going to be coming back around for some 4 points. Manta decided to say nope to that, called it off before Stitches had a chance to even hit the back of the pack and get any points at all. 7 points were picked up by the Crushers, making it 109 versus 134 in the Bad Apples.
25 points is more than we've seen scored in any one jam. But not quite a lot. We've seen 21-point jams in the game.
All right, on this Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling Jam line, we have Sonic matched up with Veeder. This is the first time we're seeing Veeder on the jam line for tonight, but this is not Sonic's first rodeo. She is up front and pushing hard through that wall, which we know has been quite a chore tonight. Veeder gets through with lead jam, Sonic shortly after, and it's a foot race to try and get a few points. The penalty box is full. There's only a handful of blockers out on the track right now. Veeder calls it off, ends up with 2 points and 0 for the Orange Crushers.
2 points for the Apples.
All right, on this Skate Rats Jam line, we've got Maven and Gay. Looks like Gay's trying to play fifth blocker, finds a little hole to squeeze through, but Maven decides to take advantage of that inside line and drives through. Gay out and right behind her. Maven's coming up to get her first few points, ends up grabbing them, ends up with 4, and Gay did not end up with any points because Maven called it off before they had a chance to get to the back of the pack. 140-109, Bad Apples in the lead with 4 points picked up on that jam for the Apples and 0 for the Crushers. So it looks like we have Stitches and Cosmo going up against each other on this jam. Cosmo being lined up on the inside line, Stitches on the outside. But Stitches takes that inside line to get lead jammer. And Cosmo does the same shortly after and is right on Stitches' tail. The pack decides they want to speed up and see if they can prevent anybody from scoring any points. Lilo calls it off, ends up with only 1 point. Crushers with 1 point, making it 141-110, Bad Apples.
31-point game with 6 minutes to play.
Got about 6 minutes left in this game, and we have Sonic and Vinny lined up on that jammer line.
Now, Apples for the original VOD home teams.
Ooh. Packs are tough tonight. Pack is tough tonight. That Apples wall is just, wow. Sonic is fighting as hard as she can to get through. Vinny is back here in the back, trying to work through, and Sonic ended up with that lead jam. Oh, and it looks like Vinny is trying to do a star stash. Yeah, she's stashing right now, did not make the pass to the pivot. Sonic comes through for the first scoring pass. Sonic's pushed to the outside by Coyote and recycled back to the back to try again. Oh, and it looks like Vinny went back to the box for a 30-second timeout, and it leaves Sonic with the power jam. Sonic decided to call it off and freeze Vinny in there in the seating position. So more than 10 seconds left for Vinny in the box for this next jam.
So a power start for Gay with the star for the Crushers. 5 minutes to play. So it's coming down the line now.
All right, so power jam start for Gay. And there are only 2 blockers out on the track right now that can help Gay get through. Now we've got a third coming back to the track, and Gay has almost worked their way through, but was hit out at the last second and decided to play it safe and went back. All right, Vinny is back into play, and I don't know if the Crushers realized it at first, but Breezy caught on. Oh, a hard hit from Miz. Oh, chest to chest. Vinny, oh, stepped out again. Gay is at the back of the pack. Oh, knocked to the outside line again. Vinny got knocked out again. Everybody's being recycled back to the pack. This defense is just on point tonight. Nobody can get through. Oh, Gay got through again for lead. Oh, tried to take that inside line. Got stopped.
So we got that new Wi-Fi.
Oh, Maven ended up with the star. It looks like there was a star pass. Blazing the catcher, missed on the outside line, which give Maven the line, you're not going to catch her. Jam was called off. 2 points for the Crushers, 0 for the Bad Apples, bringing the score to 141 Apples, 114 Crushers. Only got about 3 minutes left, and we are lining up for more than likely one of our last couple of jams for the evening. On that line tonight, we've got Manta for the Crushers and Lilo and Stitches for the Apples. Manta's up front with the front of the pack, trying to get through. One blocker to beat, finally got through. Lead jammer goes to Manta. Stitches trying to make her way through, got through on the outside line past Bria, and going through on her initial pass. Manta has come through, picked up 4 points, and ended up with 3 points, and deciding to call it off. 0 for the Apples.
So the Crushers have been chipping away at the Apples lead, but not quickly enough to bring them into the lead themselves.
All right, lining up on the Skate Rats Jammer line, we have Maven and Cosmo. Cosmo's getting low, trying to sweep Maven over for some jammer on jammer action, but Maven plows through the pack to pick up lead jammer. They keep recycling Cosmo to the back. Cosmo tries to sweep Maven, and she makes it through for another 4 points. First 4 points. Cosmo is trying to squeeze her way through any hole that she can find. Maven makes it through for another scoring pass. Cosmo has a star stash, so she is trying to get through on her initial. Got past Coyote and ran into Veeder. Ran into the wall, that is Veeder. Maven coming back through for another pass. She's got 12 points on the board already and is looking to get 4 more for 16. The Orange Crushers penalty box has a couple of people sitting in it, including the jammer. So it is a power jam for Maven. Oof. Maven calls it off in turn 3, just in time for one more jam. Maven put up 20 points for that jam. The Orange Crushers ended up with 0, making the score for the Bad Apples 161, and the Orange Crushers are sitting in 117 with the last jam being lined up right now. Final jam is a power jam for the Bad Apples, and Vinny is going to have the star, and she makes quick of the pack and gets through with lead jam on the inside line, which is exactly what you want to have right now, the lead jammer status on that last jam. Vinny is fighting that Orange Crusher wall, ended up with a little bit of offense from Taryn, but didn't need it, got through on the inside line, and coming back around for another scoring pass. Miz is on her way through. Oof, hit Bonnie like a brick wall. Bonnie was stacked and ready to go. Vinny's knocked to the inside by Breezy. Recycle back. Both of them are recycled back all the way past the jammer line. Well, Vinny's going past the jammer line. Miz only had to go past the pivot line. But both of them are trying to fight through both of these walls. Oof, that front pack has come to a standstill. Vinny trying her best to get around the wall. That is just absolutely holding her back. It is a standstill for both packs. They are in the front and the back. Both jammers working as hard as they can to get through. Taryn's going to come up and play some offense, it looks like. Clear it out. Let Vinny have that inside line so she can get 4 more points. Miz, oof! Miz just took a hit to the chest and oof, having a hard time catching her breath. Boy, these walls are just on point tonight. I know I've been saying it over and over, but my goodness, it is just insane. So the jam was called off. The unofficial score is 173 to 117 Bad Apples, with 12 points being picked up on that last jam. We'll wait for that official score, but while we are waiting, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. It's been a pleasure announcing tonight's game. We look forward to having everybody back soon. And this is Blanche Deverell signing off from Denver Roller Derby. Y'all have a great night and check in with us in a month. Thank you.